world now and not be recognized for the achievements of that show.
Do people walk up to you all the time still and say, Peterman, Peterman, and do they ask you to do something?
Not only that, they quote lines perfectly.
Do you have a favorite episode?
Well, I do. I loved a lot of the things, but I thought the Friars Club episode was especially good when Rob Schneider was playing my hard of hearing assistant. But my favorite one, I think, was the wedding cake episode, which was also the Frogger episode, because I think that was just one of the best executed scripts that we did. The idea of George chasing his Frogger score, his lifetime achievement, at a pizza parlor that was now closing, and he had to save that Frogger machine because that had his high score on it, which was the only thing he ever. The only great moment in his life, and as he turned to Jerry once said so whimsically, he goes, "Jerry, I'm never going to have kids. This is all I have."
Was it easy for you to get into character all the time?
Oh, yeah, the character. And actually, it was easier to watch the character develop. And he just became a crazier and just a more and more of a walking lunatic.
I read that you said that J. Peterman came naturally to you.
Well, it really did. He was, and again, it goes back to a little bit of, you could probably hear one of those disc jockeys in the background,
Right.
That I grew up with in Connecticut. Just that sense of those, huge, melodic, almost musical voices. And that's really where Peterman developed a little bit. He was kind of a 40s radio drama combined with a little bit of a bad Charles Kuralt. And I think that was kind of the genesis of the character.
What an amazing journey that lives on. Do you still, we did many of your scenes, most of your scenes, I think, with Julia, right?
Most of them there, yeah, a little bit with Kramer, some with Jerry, and I worked with all, obviously with all of them. But there was definitely a Mary Tyler Moore, Lou Grant type of connection
yes.
Between she and I at a more absurd level.
Do you all keep in touch?
Oh, sure, yes. I see Jerry all the time. Just was in New York with him.
So fun.
Doing a little Seinfeld thing at over on the Upper West Side there at the Beacon Theater, and had some wonderful experiences with all of them. And the business is a very small business, so it there's only a few of us in it at any one time.
Amazing. If you just tuned in, I'm talking to John O'Hurley. He's going to be in our neighborhood, the Ridgefield Playhouse, this Sunday, A Man with Standards, a thoughtful autobiography with song. What an amazing night that's going to be. You can tell that you love doing what you do.
Well, I love doing this show. It's just so much fun to get out on stage and with this wonderful band that I have to recreate the music and to really sit down and just tell stories, just in a very real sense, and sing the glorious music of the time. And it relaxes the audience, and they know that they're going to have fun. From the second I walk on stage, I make them laugh, and I let them know that they're in good hands and we're going to have a good 90 minutes together.
An evening not to be missed, for sure. Is there anything that you can talk about that's coming up with you?
Well, I have a lot of fun stuff. I'm actually over here today on Shop HQ, the home shopping channel, because I've premiered a new show called The Pet Shop with John O'Hurley, and it's celebrating because I am the host of the National Dog Show, as I've been doing that for 19 years now. So I have my potpourri of great pet products that I've selected from all over the world. And in addition to that, I have a new show on HGTV that's going to be called Buy Like a Billionaire, which is a game show that allows a couple of average means to peruse billion-dollar homes and try to discover which one was purchased most recently by a certain millionaire.
Oh, fun!
And if they get it right, then the show pays off their mortgage for the rest of the year. So it's a fun combination of what HGT does really well, along with a wonderful game show theme to it as well.
So fun. The National Dog Show. We spoke, I think, once before about that. You've been doing that for so long. What was it about that?
Yeah. This is year 19 coming up. It's, who knew that this 2-hour slice of programming right after the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade and right before football was going to be so ripe for something as crazy as a dog show.
And one of the most watched shows.
They used to get ratings of less than 1 million watching reruns of It's a Wonderful Life.
Amazing.
They put that in there, and lo and behold, we now have 32 million people that watch that show. We've been very, very lucky.
Amazing. Well, what a wonderful day to talk to you. Thank you so much. John O'Hurley is going to be at the Ridgefield Playhouse this Sunday, A Man with Standards. You won't want to miss it. Thank you so much for all those great stories.
Great to talk with you.
Thanks so much.
You bet.
Thanks for joining me on this episode of What's Up with Wendy. If you love this episode, head over to iTunes or your favorite platform to subscribe, rate, and leave a review. Please also follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at What's Up with Wendy. You can learn more about my podcast on my website, whatsupwithwendy.com. Until next time, this is Wendy Lowy Sloan. Keep being kind.